And it's going to go. Is it going to go live? Looks like it's live. Is it? We are live. So.
Maestro?
Jenny's trains, they go round and round. So let's all go and watch them here on the Monday Club. Yeah!
Big hello to you, everybody. It's great to see you. I hope I find you well. It is the final Monday Club before Christmas. Is everybody really excited?
Yeah!
No? Come on, be excited. But yes, so we're going to be talking a bit Christmassy now. Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho,
But
ho.
look,
Three
it's great
ho
to see
hos.
you, and a big, huge thank you to Robert Steers, who has very, very kindly donated $10 on the Super Chat link. Thank you ever so much. That is incredibly generous of you. Now, at some point, Zoe will make the text on the screen big enough for me to actually read it.
You just want everything. You want text and to be able to see what it says. This is just ridiculous.
Would be nice. So we've got loads of people in, I can see. I can't read any of them, but let's have a look. We've got Thomas West, the Angel Share Model Railways, Ben Tullett, Flymode Chairman 1, Kev McKay 85, Johan Swanepoel, Patrick Ling, B2000RO Toys Channel, Harry Sedgwick, Daniel's OO Model Railways, Patrick Furlong, Wamgok, Josh's Railway Adventures, Ben Tullett, Mark Hemeldown MR, John JMC, The Growler Blackwood Engage, oh my word! And Simon Train's Model Railway Showcase has incredibly kindly donated £5 on the Super Chat and says, loving the song to start the Monday Club. Awesome. Thank you ever so much for your generosity. That is amazing. Thank you so much. Interesting stuff. And also, Rails of Sheffield have been doing quite a few. But also, don't neglect some of the smaller suppliers. I've been raiding Hereford Model Centre. Cue somebody's calls of no, my bargains.
No, my bargains.
So there's a lot of great stuff out there actually, and we've also in the news we've got some new wagons just sneaking it in before Christmas. The EFE models SPA and SEA wagons with and without the hoods. Those have just made it in, and I also saw just before we came on air that Rails of Sheffield have announced that the Bachmann Well Troll in Great Western Railway livery has also just appeared. And Patrick Furlong says on the first day of Christmas,
you've got to sing it. On the first day of Christmas, my true love sent to me a Monday Club wagon.
On the second day of Christmas, my true love sent to me
another TARDISes and a Monday Club wagon.
You bet you're wishing you'd worked on this before we started.
I just like the bit where it gets to 5 onion rings.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my word. David, it's my model railway. Incredibly generously donated £10 on the Super Chat. Thank you ever so much. And says, Jenny and Zoe, have a Christmas drink on me. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
I'll
Thank
drink
you
to that.
Ever so much. Yes, we're having festive no alcohol beers. These are the Birra Moretti Zero alcohol.
Cheers.
Which are actually deeply refreshing.
On the third day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 3 cupboard monkeys, 2 TARDISes, and a Monday Club wagon.
Oh.
I ran out of breath there.
Oliver Gilson says remix of the song you did. Jingle bells, trains don't smell. Jenny ran away. Uncle Hornby's Class 66 is Pocky on the motorway.
Hey!
Oh my word! So we got Worthington Model Railway, 2214 Beetle. Hello to you. Whitewall Wheels 1 Hardcore MOH. Hello, hello, hello. Martin Holstead, Robin Silver. Gosh, we have got so many people.
You've had a few new people. 2214 Beatles says hello all. And earlier on said he liked your Upside Down Railway.
Oh, excellent. The Upside Down Railway was most fun. Thank you very much. I'm glad people enjoyed it. And we've got our fingers crossed for a Series 2 of Hornby and Model World.
What on earth would you do for a second? How are you going to top going upside down?
I'll see what they ask me to do.
I've got it. Trains in space.
Military.
Did you rub your face after you
have I got
put coal on the fire?
Yeah, I did actually. Have I got coal dust? Sorry,
Give me a second.
I came down the chimney. Ho, ho, ho. The Aylesmead Project says, I'm having a pint of Supermarket Stormtrooper, a.k.a. Star Wars Ale. It's very Moorish.
Very nice.
Robin Silver says, my dad is going to help me build an 009 layout after Christmas. Oh, excellent. And, of course, other news as well. Mineth Tatters will be making its exhibition debut at the Alexandra Palace Festival of British Railway Modelling in I think it's the 19th and 20th of March next year. So that is another great reason to make your way to Alexandra Palace then. And it'll be the first opportunity anybody will really have had to actually
Thank
see
you
Mineth
so much,
Tatters.
Mark Wilson.
And Mark Wilson has sent £10 through the paypal.me link. Says for mince pie supplies.
My goodness.
Oh wow, thank you ever so much. So that is incredibly generous of you. Gosh, you guys are being you've been so generous today. Thank you so much.
Oh, Stafford Model Rail Exhibition has been cancelled.
Oh, well, when was that supposed to be on?
Simon Trent just said it. I don't know.
Oh, was that before Christmas or afterwards? Cancelled for 2022. Oh, that's a shame.
If that's early in the year, I can understand why.
Yeah, and the
There's
thing
still
is,
a little bit of issue.
we could still be seeing another Ali Pali cancellation. Now, this is just me speculating.
Yeah, we
this
don't
is nothing
know.
official. But, who knows? But luckily, it does look like it may not be anywhere near as bad as before. So good things hopefully coming.
Unfortunately, we are near the end of this plague, but we're not at the end yet. So there's still going to be some hiccups.
Oliver Gilson asks, how many A4s do you have? What numbers and names are they?
Too many.
I think I've got 8. 8 up here. I technically have several others that are Hornby 001s, but I don't count them as part of my main collection. They're childhood relics. But the ones behind me, what have we got? I know we've got Deputy Police Chief Wiggum, aka what's his name?
They're on
Walter,
they should be on the screen now.
Walter K. Wiggum is that one. We've got what have we got? We've got Guillemot is on the turntable. We've got Sir Murrah Wilson there. Behind it, we've got Dominion of New Zealand. Then we've got Andrew K. McCosh, also in the shed. And then these two, starting with this one, we've got Golden Clover and we've got Miles Beaver. Then I do also have one further one.
The TARDIS has been spotted.
Don't tell me. Would it be Dale by any chance?
Aylesmead Project.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Stevie Film, thank you so much.
And then I've also got Kingfisher in blue. But Stevie Film, thank you ever so much. That is really generous. Donated $13.32 on the super chat and says, a very Merry Christmas to you, Jenny and Zoe. Thanks for all that you've done keeping us sane. Thank you ever so much. That is amazing generosity. Thank you so much.
We try our best.
Absolutely. And we do know that it's certainly in these testing times, we're the online friend for everybody. Every Monday we can all get together and just hang out and not have to worry about real world problems.
Yeah.
Harry Sedgwick says, on the 20th of December, I have an OO gauge LNWR improved precedent class 240 Hardwick from Locomotion Models.
Nice.
Yes, of course, the improved precedent's now coming through. People are really blown away, much the same way that I was when I reviewed the samples. And I have been very impressed. In fact, What?
I'm Shackleton. Good evening, folks. Somewhat delayed tonight by an unexpected hospital appointment. Gave an armful of blood, then got stuck in the bum with something that is irrelevant here. Then why did you bring it up? Now we need to know.
That's like saying, whatever you do, don't think about a pink penguin. Miss Kylie, 2002, says, I have over 30 Class 37s. Oh, wow.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, that puts my 37 collection to shame. I've only got 3. Although I am really looking forward to the Acura Scale Class 37s. It's going to be obviously next year now. B2000 RO Toys Channel says, Merry Christmas, Jenny and Zoe. I've got my 3D print Christmas wagons arranged, and I've printed up a Hornby 040 loco with snowflakes and number 25 on the side.
Nice.
Excellent. Excellent. Right. Malcolm Moore says, I thought model railways was the real world. It's far more believable. Yes, it's like my precious chains. But look, it's just nice to take a couple of hours out with Vitamin Train. Logan Clary, big hello to you, says, Zoe, don't think about unlimited rice gronks.
Gronk it up, baby!
Tim's Model Railway in different videos says, Nadeling Shawan. I'm assuming that it's, I'm assuming that is Welsh.
It's not Klingon, I'm pretty sure of that.
No, that would, if it was Klingon, it would translate as what? Well,
that's just clipped Klingon for set course for Bok Tujol.
I thought Klingon was normally, when you translated it, it loosely translates as "get your ass over here right now before I deck you," and that is a standard friendly Klingon greeting.
No, the standard friendly Klingon greeting is Nuk Nech, which basically means "What do you want?" And that's as friendly as they get.
Absolutely. Big hello to SHGP Media, who says, at the start of December I had 2 locos. I now have 12. Damn you, eBay! Oh, there's some great bargains out there, actually, I have to say.
Oh no, my bargain!
No, that's Hereford Model Centre. In fact,
oh no, my bargain!
Actually, I'll be honest with you guys. Hey, you guys. After I highlighted Hereford Model Centre's bargain bin, it emptied very, very quickly.
I bet it did.
Oliver Gilson says, which is better, your model world or the real world? I plead the 5th. Or is it the 3rd? Where is it, 5th or 3rd I have to plead? I don't know, I'm not American.
You plead the 5th.
Okay. Patrick Furlong says, on the 4th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 4 Thomas the Tank Engines. Donget's Model Railway says, eBay got cheap about 2 weeks ago, then I got poor. Oh, of course, because there's like loads of people in the run-up to Christmas. I'm desperately trying to raise the money to pay for Christmas. So
not just that. They've gone up to the attic to get their Christmas tree out, looked around, gone, what's all this junk? I never use it. Flog it on eBay.
It's like, oh, is this stuff still up here?
Yeah. I said to the wife I was going to get rid of this.
Now I shall. Penna Lane TMD says, I like those new Siphon G vans. I think I'll be getting a few of them. Absolutely. This is, of course, the other news from Acura Scale. They announced an all-new Siphon G to modern standards, and we've seen EPs of these, which shows how far that they are on. Of course, I believe this was a model that in the dim and distant past, Lima did a model of. We're talking 1970s, 1980s, something like that. But we're now finally getting one tooled to modern standards and suitable for all periods from GWR right through to BR 1980s. The first tranche does include Rail Blue, which is the one that's certainly on my radar. And I'll be looking forward, actually, to some olive green ones, maybe in a future release as end parts. Oh my word, Egg Rider very generously donated £10 on the Super Chat. Says, Happy Christmas, stroke Natlog Llawin, stroke Freur Weihnachten, etc. Jenny and Zoe, thanks for keeping us going this year. Oh, well, thank you guys.
You're very welcome.
Thank you so much for your generosity. It's just great to have all you guys around. Don't forget to tickle that like button and also share the stream too. Let people know that we're live and dangerous. Big hello to Women Model Railway. What?
Since when have you been? Actually, no, don't. I know you are sometimes.
156 Andrew says, Jenny, have you heard about the Model Railway in Glasgow next year? Remind me. I can't remember, to be honest. Military Base Bravo Model Railway Layout asks, What do you think will be in the Hornby 2022 range? I think that the old Lima Siphon G might reappear in the Railroad range, or I don't
I
know.
have a feeling there might be some locomotives and maybe some rolling stock.
No,
But don't let on.
in terms of all new thing, oh my word, Sue at Pudham Junction incredibly generously donated £20
my
on
goodness.
Super Chat. Happy Christmas both. Enjoy the festivities. Hope Santa's good to you. All the best from Mike and me. Thank you so much for you guys' generosity. That is so generous.
My goodness.
Oh wow.
Thank you so much.
So much. But yeah, and
You know, you guys, your generosity blows me away.
it does actually. Thank you ever so much. So generous of you all. But no, to go back to the talking about the Hornby 2022 range. Now, they call me cynical, but I wouldn't.
You're cynical.
I wouldn't be surprised if the old Lima Siphon G mysteriously reappeared. As a spoiler for the Acura Scale one. Not saying it will, but that's just one thing I'm sort of tongue-in-cheek thinking. I think there'll be a lot of reliveries. In terms of, let's have a think now. I'd love to see the D49 finally get retooled to be a high-spec model.
You know what I would like to see? The Planet.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to wait for the Lion to come out. We're still waiting on that Rocket mail coach pack to come out as well.
Of course, COVID slowed everything down.
Very, very much. So there's a huge backlog. But in terms of locomotives still in their range that haven't been retooled, there's the GWR County and also the D49. I would love to see both of those get fully retooled to a modern standard. Certainly the D49 is one. Always been a really attractive part of their range, going back to certainly the 80s, maybe even before. Worthington Model Railways is still waiting for my W1 and my Bachmann Fairley. And of course, the W1, oh my word, there has been much wailing and gnashing of teeth, because it seems that an awful lot have been arriving with broken smoke deflectors. So I haven't seen anything official from Hornby, but the numbers I've been seeing, even down to, from lots of different independent people, and I know that Graham at Lakeside said that he went to 53A models, and John Turner over at 53A models, big up to the 53A models posse. It's actually my local model shop when I was a child, when I used to go and stay with my grandmother in Cottingham. But he'd been delivered 5, and 4 had to go back as damaged. There was only 1 from the 5 that were delivered to the shop that weren't broken. So
wow.
I think that there's been an issue somewhere, and I'd like to think that Hornby will have been getting back onto the factories like, hold on, you can't do this, we need replacement bodies. And I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that the factory very quickly ships out a full batch of replacement bodies to be able to get all of those damaged W1s back up and running. Andrew Weaver says, Jenny, my Model Railway Club want to move over to DCC control. What do you recommend? Oh my word, right, the thing about DCC is everybody you ask will probably give you a different answer. And it's all down to what, you want to do with it. Now, some of the systems give you all the bells and whistles, but they can be complicated. Other things can also be just generally not very good. The really basic level ones, things like the ones that come in the Bachmann EZ command thing, or the Hornby Select, I think it is. The really cheap ones, steer clear of them like the plague, because they are just too limited to be able to do anything. Now, I know a lot of people talk about the ECOS. That is really good, the Z21. But in terms of an all-rounder that is very, very flexible, very easy to get your head around, I would say that actually the NCE system, you can go for the NCE Power Cab, And they do the upgraded system as well. It's probably
You really have fallen in love with that, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm really grateful to Sir Kenneth Patterson for putting me onto the NCE. It was actually his recommendation that made me take a look at it. And John JMC says, top Stellar starter kits, NCE Power Cab, that's this, which is what I'm using, Digitrax Zephyr Express or DR5000. And that's John JMC from Digitrains. That is his recommendation of top 3. One thing I would say to avoid disappointment, and I know some people who've got these say that they're really, really good, the Gauge Master Prodigy Express. I found these to be a little bit fragile. Now, they can spike your decoders if you're not using suppressors or a power booster. There's certain circumstances where these can actually blow decoders. But also the plastic of the actual handset case, I found it's disintegrating, as in the plastic has gone brittle. So on that basis, I can't recommend the Gauge Master Prodigy Express. Warbler Productions says, I love my NCE Power Cam. Great system. Also the Gauge Master Prodigy Advance is good too. Mike at Pudham Junction says, TARDIS on the wagon pushed by the Class 25. Yes, absolutely. So, the Doctor has been spotted. Doctor in the house. And nobody said anything about my new hairdo. I've had my hair cut for Christmas. Right. Ian White, NCE Power Cab recommended. Penelane TMD. NCE Power Cab, too complicated, I think, to be honest. And no good for exhibition layouts. Oh, see, this is what I said. A lot of everybody you ask will have a different opinion. And Leslie Gilpin rightly points out, Gauge Master is rebadged MRC from USA, and no American modelers recommend them.
Right.
Yeah. So I think what we can deduce is ones which are a no-no. But in terms of, I think there's a pool of maybe half a dozen which are absolute. They're all really good. And it's really down to what you want to do, number of trains you want to run. Also accessory control. Bear in mind that the Gauge Master Prodigy Advance as well cannot control your digital accessory decoders. Big hello to Southern Train Girl, says, love the hair, Jenny. Oh, thank you. Peter Leyland, hi to you. John Walters says the greatest train is a ghost train. Kev McKay 85 says he prefers analog due to the old Hornby 00 models. John War, hi to you. 156 Andrew says, great news. I got my booster jab, feeling great. Nice haircut. Jenny, thank you. Yes, I am now a 5G hotspot, as is the Cupboard Monkey, so we get great reception up here now. Jerry BVR says, Little Wicket on YouTube shows how to DCC for £40. Now, just bear in mind, yes, you can set up and control from a computer, say, using something like the Sprog. The problem is that they're not necessarily for the novice. And I think if you've got a club layout, this is going back to being the club wants to go DCC, you want something which is universal and fairly self-explanatory for everybody. And you don't want to go for the stuff that is really like techno-central, because it will just alienate a lot of your members. So I would say that. Madden Steam Railway says your new haircut looks good. Oh, thank you. And James Pett says, not wearing a Christmas jumper this evening. I don't really do Christmassy clothes because I'd end up wearing them all year round, because that's just who I am. And I'd be like, why are you wearing a Rudolph jumper on May the 5th? But no. Tim Masson says, has anyone ever used the Roku Z1 control system? I thought it was a Z21. I've not used it, but I do hear good things about it. Andrew Bryant says, why does everyone say they got 5G after COVID jabs? I always lose my 4G after a jab. It was just a conspiracy theory that we're taking the mick out of.
Yeah, there was a conspiracy theory that 5G caused COVID. And it doesn't. Because, of course it doesn't.
Stevie Films has just purchased all 7 of the BR Blue siphons from Accurascale. Are they doing 7? Gosh, Accurascale keep on siphoning my bank account with their great products. Oh my word, and Melchester Model Railway has incredibly generously donated £20 on Super Chat. Oh my, you guys are so generous tonight. And says, hi Jenny, thanks for hosting the Monday Club throughout the year and also for showing some of my videos. It's very much appreciated. Have a nice Christmas. Oh, thank you so much, and you too as well. It's just, I'm blown away again by you guys' generosity. I'm always so honoured that you just want to hang out with me on a Monday night. It's like, oh, I'm so, I just, oh, thank you. Warbler Production says, for a wireless setup, I have the Bachmann Dynamis Elite. Just have to make sure the point controller at the receiver when sending data to chips. Yeah, I mean, I'd say as a basic all-rounder, my thought would be the NCE power cab. And certainly for a club layout, I think that's the most important thing, is that you want something that's a good all-rounder and not too difficult. If you go for the cheap but fiddly computer control stuff, I think all you'll actually end up doing is putting off and alienating a lot of members rather than anything else. Henry Van Wyk says, good evening from South Africa. A Merry Christmas to all the Monday Clubbers. Thank you ever so much. Oh, it's just great to have all you guys in. And don't forget to tickle that like button and share the stream as well. And if you haven't already done so, then do subscribe to the channel. Worthington Model Railway says, I have to run for a bit, maybe back before the end of stream. No worries, but certainly you can always catch up on anything that you miss after the stream finishes. It becomes a regular video, and you can still share it, tickle the like button, and leave comments too. So look, you take care. Jerry BVR says, truth is, I'm here for the cupboard monkey.
Why?
Charlie McGowan's Patrick Hill Station, big hello to you. Says, hello everyone, was finishing setup for my broadcast on Wednesday. Then I was contacted by the pharmacy to book for a booster tomorrow. Oh wow, well at least you get it in before Christmas.
Yeah, if you can do it. I actually phoned Jen and said, look, the place has got an opening, there's no gap, go.
Tom McKee, good evening to you. Donegal Dad says, Noleg Shona. I really can't pronounce it, so I'm gonna dive in, and it'll probably get pronounced as per a combination of English.
Yeah,
German,
you're not going to be able to pronounce that.
Yeah, because the Irish Prime Minister, it looks a really weird word, but I've since learned that it's pronounced Taoiseach.
Yeah.
And I always think of tea shop. It's like, oh, tea, Vicar. What?
A tea shock.
Yeah. Oh, right. It's like, oh, Vicar, this tea is a bit warm. Tim Davis says, is this the secret party for this year? What are you doing?
Sorry. Apparently we were still playing sounds there. I didn't realise.
Sounds of what?
The thing was actually playing.
Oh, right. Sorry, I thought there was something going out.
No, on the monitor. I've got... Right, I'm just going to grab what Donegal Dad said and put it into Google Translate.
It probably says like, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
No, and then I'm going to ask Google to pronounce it. So this is going to be fun.
Okay. John Walters says, Manchester Victoria and Piccadilly stations in the 1980s was a dream place for me. Diesel locomotives, just wonderful. Yeah, I must admit, I do lament the passing of the decent Manchester Victoria.
Voice output isn't available for Irish. All that build-up.
Okay. So,
even Google can't pronounce Irish.
So really sorry about that, but oh dear. Oh my word! I think I couldn't tell you how to pronounce it. I'm guessing it's Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
It says Merry Christmas to you, Jenny and Zoe, and all in the conversation.
Warbler Productions says, could we have a freight week next week? Have the Garthy and Garrett holding a max length freight on the outer line with other freight locos too, please. Then passenger for the first Monday of 2022. We can certainly consider that, definitely. I do need to I do need to check the back EMF on the Garrett because it is surging. It's sort of like going shut. So I do need to do some servicing. But Andy Brooks says I bought the Hornby HM6000 and the 6010. I think they are fairly good. It just jumped. I've lost my place now. Have you tried these, Jenny? I have not. No.
Wow, you haven't lost track of the chat for a while now. Ever since we got that screen.
This screen does help a lot. Ruben Ashwell, maybe it needs some Billy's Replacement Irish to pronounce it. Dylan Shepherd, My Model Railway, big hello to you. Martin Holstead, hi to you. John Walters says Wayfarer tickets with my late dad. Train rides to Buxton and others. Crisps and Murray Mints. Oh gosh, do you remember Murray Mints?
No.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I can. My mind's eye can taste them. Big hello to Barry Taylor.
You're tasting things with your eyes. What?
Shut up.
That's just weird. Ooh.
Right. Anyway, meanwhile, back in the news. Well, the Monday Club wagon is all sold out, so you may have noticed that we have finally changed the little icon in the top left corner. We did manage to remember to do that.
That may be a little bit why we were minutes late, because I was still changing them.
Yeah. Why did you just ding?
O2 has just said, here we go, 3 months of Disney Plus on us.
Woohoo! Guess what we're watching tonight?
Yeah, Book of Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
I need me some Star Wars.
Oh, yeah, gosh. James Pett says, goodness me, Murray Mints. Do they still make them? Oh, John Walters, that's one that I can do without those spam sandwiches. Oh. The thing about spam was that squeaky sensation when you bit into it. That's what I couldn't bear.
I have to admit, I'm a vegetarian, have been since I was 16, but before that, I did have school dinners, and we were given spam once with chips.
Spam
and you
fritters?
know what? It tasted just fine.
No, it's the slightly squeaky texture when you bite through it. Oh, John Walters says spam sandwiches with pickles. There couldn't be a more 1970s sandwich in the world.
I'm told spam's an acronym or something.
It's like reconstituted pork with lots of fat in. Tim Maslin says it's the new Disney Star Wars out this week.
Yeah, Book of Boba Fett.
Book of Boba Fett. Book of Boba Fett. And Linnet 12D.
Need me some bounty hunters.
Linnet 12DD says spam fritters. Yeah, I remember them. The trouble was that all of the fat melted, so basically it was this reconstituted pork and salt mush inside batters. Phil Metcalf says, I had first booster in November and told on Thursday I'd be getting a second booster in February. Wow.
Second booster for?
Oh, second booster. Gosh. Robert Scott says, hello,
Jenny.
Jenny.
Where are you going to need a second booster? What are you doing?
Robert Scott says, hello, Jenny. Was wanting to ask a question in general. Have my Christmas tree out and running Kato OO gauge track round for the kids. What Steam UK outline trains are the most forgiving to dodgy track? Now, I would say that something like, if you get the Hornby Santa set, which is one of their little 040 pocket rockets, all done at Santory, that would be a pretty bulletproof job for going around that.
That kind of thing where it's actually designed with kids in mind. It should withstand some knocks.
Yeah, and it'll be nice and robust. Failing that, I actually find that things like the Bachmann Class 25s are actually really, really good and sure-footed on the track. I would steer clear of larger steam locomotives. They are probably the least forgiving on any kind of slightly poor track work. Oh God, we got a great big debate about spam now. Mark Wilson, big hello to you. If you like cheese and you like peas, you'll love cheesy peas. That sounds like Billy's Replacement.
I remember that from a comedy show. I can't remember which one.
Is that the Fast Show?
Yeah, is that the Fast Show?
That's Jackie. That's an amazing stroke of luck.
Kev says second boosters for those who are immune compromised.
Oh right, so when are you getting yours?
I'm not immune compromised. I have an autoimmune disorder, but I'm not immune compromised. I have an immune system. My problem is like the opposite of immune compromisation. My immune system can't tell the difference between the illness and me, so it just attacks everything.
James Pett says the fast show. I knew it from something. Avery McKinney, hello to you. Ben Turlett says, Jenny, that Santa's Express set is actually really good for a set. It can go for hours and hours. Absolutely.
Flymo Chairman 1 says it's Reeves and Mortimer.
Oh, is it?
From round my way, them.
Yeah.
Love it. Fantastic.
It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. Well, shut up. Oh, dear. Phil Metcalf says, I have
sarcoidosis. Sarcoidosis.
I've been on steroids for a year and just got methotrexate. Oh, sorry, I hope it's not getting you down too much.
Through.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, Worthing Model Railway. Mustn't forget Monty Python. Spam, 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 spam. Lovely spam,
wonderful spam. And then, for some strange reason, it suddenly turns to a scene with a Viking longboard going through the sea.
Skipsy Trains at the fast show. Scotcho! Yeah. The Spanish
So is this what the show has descended into now, is it?
Isn't it? Have you not been here before?
I try not to pay attention.
Yeah, definitely. It's that is.
Oh, I've just got a notification that you've gone live.
Me?
Yeah.
Alright, so big hello to everybody that YouTube has only just told that we are here and live. So we've only been on air for
drink to that.
Diet Coke is now the beverage of choice.
Birra Moretti Zero. Very nice. Phil Metcalf says, my immune system decided to attack my lungs last year. Yeah, it's lovely when it does that, isn't it?
No, it's not.
That's why I've got a cough.
And there's me thinking you're just having 6 packs of Marlboro Reds out the back on the slide.
No, not today anyway.
Right, anyway. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, what we need to do, the news.
Why are 259 people watching us talk about spam and Marlboro Lights? What show
Marlboro
are we from?
Reds? Oh, right. Which, hey kids, don't smoke. It's really rubbish and it makes your breath smell.
Yeah.
Lorenzo's Rail Channel says, got myself a Bachmann 57XX, which is DCC fitted. Thing is, I run with DC, which meant a good few hours of fun trying to reprogram CV29 with a borrowed controller. The joys of DCC. The only other option would have been to put the blanking plate in. But as I thought it, when they come from the manufacturer, they're normally set to run on DC as well. But it's a lovely locomotive, the 57XX. I have got, I've got 3 of them. A really great locomotive, a firm favourite. Dominic Z, our Kickline correspondent. Always there, finger on the Kickline pulse. Jenny, I've seen the newest Kickline YTP called Candy Peterson starts a weird obsession with schnitzel. Ooh, schnitzel. Everybody loves a bit of schnitzel. Ben Tullett says, thought you were talking about spam cans. No, we were talking about the contents of the spam cans. Abby Watson, big hello to you. Adam Bryant says, don't smoke everyone, that's what steam trains are for. Absolutely, yeah. Logan Clary says, I had 0% beer with cornflakes. Bad idea. What, you actually used it instead of the milk? Oh, FYI for Christmas morning, you may look at that bottle of Bailey's or Bailey's substitute and think, that's just alcoholic milk really, isn't it? I think I'll have that on my Cocoa Pops. FYI, it's revolting. Don't do it. I tried it, so you don't have to. Stephen Cameron, big hello to you. Says, hi Jenny, Zoe and friends. Everyone okay? Robin Silver says, my cat is watching your video. Oh, right, in that case, we need to, I think we need the memorial cat ears.
If you go up to the left today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go up to the left today, you'll never believe your eyes.
Does it not go louder than that?
'Cause every train there ever was has gathered there together because today's the day that Jenny does the Monday Club. Yay.
I love that bit.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Tim Maston says, talking of Christmas, what are you doing this year for Christmas? I am working, actually. In fact, funnily enough, I will be, on Christmas Eve, I will be making my way back from Belfast. Yes, I have never, ever been to anywhere in Ireland before, and work gave me the opportunity to go to Northern Ireland.
She thinks she's coming back from Belfast, but the problem is we don't actually know what the rules are going to be, so you might not be coming back till next year.
British citizen, it's all Britain.
Yes, but travel might get restricted.
No, it's all booked. Flying out to Belfast in a couple of days, and then coming back on the ferry, which will be quite good fun. I'm told it's quite a good wheeze. So yeah, first time I've ever been to anywhere on Ireland. So obviously first time in Northern Ireland. Never been to Republic of Ireland either. Certainly places I really wanted to visit, so I couldn't pass up on this job, even though it does mean I'm working on Christmas Eve. Christmas Day, get off. Woohoo!
We don't know where we're going to be yet.
But
That's the problem.
I'm probably going to be working all next week.
I know, but for Christmas Day, we don't know what we're going to be doing. I don't think anyone can fully know. And that's what's really annoying me. There was a Cobra meeting today, and we still don't know if there's going to be any decisions.
No, anyway.
I'm just getting really annoyed because I was actually live on air last year doing a live game coding in Game I'm Alive, keeping everyone's spirits up. Then they announced that I wasn't able to go and see my parents for Christmas while I was on air, and it's like, well, that's just my Christmas ruined. And so that's the issue, isn't it? We don't know. So right now, most likely we're just going to be sat at home.
Sue at Pudham Junction says, I've only just found out that people add brandy to their Baileys. If I do that, I'll be on the floor. I thought it already had brandy in it. Alex Dent very, very generously has donated £2 on the super chat. Thank you ever so much for your generosity. Thank you so much. Says, is that the voice of Amazon Echo?
Yes.
It is.
It's an Alexa, yes.
DJB UK says, Jen, check out the Titanic exhibition in Belfast. If I do have time, I will try. Robert Steers did ask, where do I work? Well, I can't tell you too many details, but I work in the film industry at the moment. So, film and television stuff. Not on screen, luckily enough. So,
no, she's had an upgrade from being a shelf.
It's very rare that I'm on screen. I know we talk a lot about it when I do because I'm well chuffed. But normally I work well behind the camera. They don't like having to replace the lens, and the amount of Vaseline required to make me look good on camera is just there's a world Vaseline crisis.
Alexa, can you meow like a cat?
Zoe, do you mind? There's lots of people here who've got an Alexa, and you're making them all chirp up and go, yes, what? Mark Wilson says,
Can you meow like a cat?
This might answer your question. Here's a cat meow.
I didn't hear anything.
No, neither did I.
Right, okay. Well, stop playing about with it. Right. Oh yeah, Kev McKay 85 says, don't forget to have a Guinness while you're on the Emerald Isle.
Russell Penn says, mine just meowed.
Yeah, Zoe, like I said, Alexa has no security.
Okay, so we're just going to have one more joke, then we're going to move on. Alexa, tell me a joke.
Zoe!
Everyone with one has just had a joke.
All right. Yeah, Ruben Ashford, absolutely. That was hardly a meow, definitely. Iron Horse Railways, big hello to you, says evening all, bit late this evening. Zoe, you know what to do. Was out celebrating a birthday. Have I missed much? Absolutely. Lots you've missed, unfortunately.
A Monday clubber is never late, Frodo Baggins, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
Thanks, Gandalf.
Oh my word! Gone Loco says my Alexa barks.
Excellent.
And Miss Kylie 2002 says my Alexa is going nuts.
Yay.
It's a huge security feature because at least when you address Siri, it works out your voice from everybody else's.
Siri learned my voice so that yours won't. Oh, well, I was saying that as an example of how yours won't pick me up.
No, it picked me up. But Glowcom Model Railway says, hello to you. James Pett approves of meowing Alexas.
Yeah.
Gone Loco, big hello to you. I've already, right, anyway. John Walter says, can I mention spam again? Yeah.
Spam, 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 lovely spam, wonderful spam.
Okay, so we don't get copyright strike.
Oh, like we're going to get a copyright strike for that. We don't even sound like we're singing.
Iron Horse Railway says, spot on, Gandalf. Okay. Oh, he's gone. But
No,
anyway,
I'm still here.
right. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, the news. It takes me the entire show to get through. I feel like in up Pompeii, Frankie Howard's character kept trying to tell the story, and we never got past the beginning. I feel like that sometimes trying to do the news. It came to pass.
I loved the Pompeii when I was a kid, especially the one where he joined a legion and they were all given numbers and he was IV.
They never show that on TV anymore.
No,
I've not
don't.
seen that Pompeii for an awfully long time.
Yeah, it's just odd, isn't it?
Right.
Don't get smothered where I am not asking a certain electronic device to order 2 tons of creamed corn.
And Cherry BVI, yeah, Lurchio, definitely. Right. Right, anyway. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, the news, right, Acura scale, Siphon Gs. Also, yes, somebody did ask about my predictions for the Hornby 2022. A little bit tongue-in-cheek, I said that maybe the Lima Siphon G might actually mysteriously appear just before it. I don't know. I'd like to think that the D49 and also the GWR County would get fully retooled to modern standards. They're 2 locomotives that have been in the Hornby range for a very long time, never had a super detailed version, and I think it's long overdue. Now we might see, and again I'm not entirely sure about this, but I do wonder whether some of the Oxford Rail models might get ported into the Hornby range. So for example, I could actually see the J26 possibly turning up as a Hornby model rather than an Oxford Rail one. Let's see, what else?
Iron Horse Railway says, my daughter asked if she can see that Donald Duck thing, please. Sorry.
Does he mean Ed the Duck?
Possibly.
I'll go
and see if Ed is willing to get out of his paddling pool.
We've also seen livery samples for the Acura scale Manners. They look absolutely amazing, actually, although they have identified a number of areas where the model is going to be improved. So the feedback has been sent back to the factory. We're due more livery samples in the new year for the BR liveries. The ones I think we had are the Great Western Railway ones. But they look absolutely superb. We've also seen the Monday Club wagon sell out completely. So I'd like to thank each and every person that bought one of the Monday Club wagons for their support. We are going to be looking to do another Monday Club commission, which will be either next year or possibly the very beginning of 2023. Really early stages of negotiation on that, so we're going to see how that pans out, but certainly given the success, I'd like to do another Monday Club wagon. In terms of other scales, now O gauge, I can commission them from Dapol. but don't expect them to be cheap. We're talking about, I think the RRP is about 45 quid, something like that. And I'd need to guarantee to sell, I think it's 50 is the minimum production run. But certainly it's a little bit more niche. They are more expensive. So I think that certainly we're going to be, I think we probably have to have firm expressions of interest in an O gauge wagon. Ditto for N gauge. I think again through Daypol, it might be as low as 50 that we can get done in N gauge, but I do need 50 people realistically.
You need an N gauge butt.
Yes. Breezer 707, great to see you. Good evening to you. And Peter Jackson, clearly been ears pricked up at the sound of Gandalf, and said the Piggly Wiggly Siphon G. It's probably going to be something on a Billy's Replacement Speakers theme. John JMC, Piggly Wiggly. I did love that Tiggly Wiggly. Is he going to say, no, not that? Ah, dear. Richard Swiderski said, TARDIS next to brake fans in Goods Yard. Brake fans? Where did you put it? Doctor. Where is the... Oh. Yeah, it is actually. Right. Mike at Putnam Junction says, we will take the N-gauge option, please. And Ed Flame 4291 says, anyone successful hush hushes in here? I didn't order the W1, as I said before. I got burnt not once but twice with my pre-order getting unceremoniously cancelled in a spat between Hornby and the retailers in question. So I had one ordered through Rails of Sheffield that got cancelled. I managed to place another order with Hattons, that then got cancelled, and I just refused to try any further. I just basically took the hump, and I'll be honest with you, I spent the money on a Bachmann double fairly, so I'm actually fairly happy.
A double fairly happy.
Yes, definitely. Breezer 707 says, hi Jen, do you know when the new Hornby 9Fs are due? I don't, and I'm not sure that Hornby fully know either. There's been so many delays with transport and production that it's really a case of not knowing at all. Iron Horse Railway says she's loving that, Zoe. Dominic Z, our Kickline correspondent, says, Jenny, the golden age of Kickline, 1991 to 1995, here is more dark age, 1997 to the late terrible DHX media era and the Hasbro era. And Wangok says, I'll put my name down for a couple of N-gauge wagons. I think what we'll have to do is set up, Zoe, can we set up something whereby people can kind of order it, but if it doesn't go ahead, they get their money back?
You mean a Kickstarter?
Yeah, what would you say to seeing how much demand there is for an N gauge and an O gauge Monday Club wagon by setting that up so that if it doesn't get
We'll
enough...
do it after Christmas because we don't have time beforehand.
Absolutely. So we'll look into that for after Christmas for an N gauge and an O gauge Monday Club wagon, and it'll simply be a case of if we do it through something like Kickstarter, then if it doesn't go ahead, then people get their money back effectively.
Yeah.
So effectively, it's a very safe way of doing it.
Iron Horse says she's waving back.
Oh, hello. But yeah, Gone Loco says, I had 2 Hornby pre-orders cancelled, support 2 Bachmans. I think a lot of people have done that. And actually, the double fairly was quite well timed in that it's people like, no, I'll just have that then, rather than going and playing Hunt the W1. But big hello to Somerset Andy as well, great to see you. And let's try an experiment. If we say New Junction 3 times, will New Junction appear? New Junction, New Junction, New Junction.
New Junction.
Wait, you did it 4.
No, I did it 3.
Oh, you started one after me.
Yeah, I was an echoing of you.
Yeah, also, there's Wardle Road in the house. And we've also got Flint Hills
Pretty
Model
sure we
Railway,
already
Jeff
saw
Hammond.
someone mentioned Wardle Road earlier on, so hello.
Is Wardle Road in the house? David Hardy said, received my pre-ordered Caledonian Railway Blue Macintosh 812 Class 060 locomotive from Rails of Sheffield. Paid for it on Friday, got it on Saturday. Excellent, absolutely excellent. AD Pullen says, no issues with my Hornby W1. Right, but the 812 class, we've also, the preserved darker blue version is actually sold out. So that one has sold out. I am told
You sell
that
out.
all the other versions are looking at the most plentiful ones in terms of the most left. They're 80% sold. So my guess is that the BR black ones are probably going to be the next to sell out. Closely followed with the lighter blue pre-grouping liveried one. That's not on any of the cameras, I don't think. What are you doing? I have no idea. If you want to put it somewhere, then just put it somewhere.
Now everyone knows where it is.
Stop messing around. Right, so yeah, the London and North Western Railway one from Rails of Sheffield, the Lucknow, is sold out, which suggests to me that the National Railway Museum Hardwick will be hot on its heels to selling out as well. And I do guess as well that the really, really attractive LMS Maroon one is novelty. That I can definitely see selling out incredibly quickly. So you've got to get in quick. It's miss it, you miss out. Right. Is it? Right. Ooh, Kelly Ashford Trains, big hello to you. We've got plenty of steam locomotives here, as you can see, resplendent, with an A4 Pacific collection on shed. Yes, I've rejigged what's in the shed and around the turntable. We have also got a Robinson 01 on the shuttle, just coming into shot somewhere over there. You'll see it coming down behind the chat. We also have a J27 on the shuttle as well. That's fitted with DCC Concepts Zen Black decoder, and that works nicely with the ABC shuttle. Gordon Hanning says, I am considering not buying any more Hornby locos, but going for Bachmann and Hellion. Now, one of the things that I have to say is that because by and large, they're not competing models. I know there are a few competing models, but if, say, you want a Peckett, the only port of call is Hornby. Excuse me. And, there's quite a few locomotive types where if you want it, then it's Hornby who make it. And likewise, the other way around, if you want it and Bachmann make it, then generally that's who you have to get it from. But there are some great bargains around. We mentioned the Advent calendars, Rails, Kerno Model Centre, to name but two. But also don't neglect the local model shops. We've seen some great deals from a number of smaller retailers. And also don't forget as well that Durham Trains of Stanley, I meant to mention this last week, but Mick over at Durham Trains of Stanley has been quite ill. He is better now. But he had to close for a couple of weeks in the run-up to Christmas because he was very, very ill. And now he's reopened. I just want to suggest that you guys go and take a look and see what Durham Trains of Stanley has on offer. Give him a ring as well, see what they might have second-hand in the shop. And if you are in the area, which is Stanley, as the name might suggest, just up the, I think it's the A692, the road to Concert. It's really easy to find and get to, and just park on the street outside. I know I've parked a 44-ton lorry there, so there is plenty of space. Go in, take a look, and tell Mick that I sent you, and just see what bargains he's got. And do support him, because like I said, he had to take a couple of weeks off in the run-up to Christmas and shut the shop because he wasn't very well. So I think it'd be a great Christmas gift to Mick at Durham Trains of Stanley to put a little bit of extra trade his way and just see what he's got. The Bachmann V2 has also reached the shops. We've got a couple of special commissions with Rails of Sheffield, and it really is, it's completely Careful, you nearly knocked the signal. I know what you're like, you Demolition Derby.
Ah! Give me my duck back.
No. No. No, 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 no.
Wow, you cannot do it. You've got his... You've made his neck stick out of his jumper. What are you doing to him?
Hold on. Oh no, I can't do it. I can't quite.
Nope. What are you doing to the poor duck? Give me the duck.
Right. James
Oh.
Pett says it's a 71, I think. Hellion. Oh, we're talking about the one that's going around. Andy Ambrose says, what make is the Southern Railway Class 70? It's not a Class 70, it's a Class 71, and that is a Hornby model. And it is one, actually, that at the moment there's some great deals around. For the Hornby Class 71s, they did rather overmake them. So, if you check around, I have seen some good deals at Hatton's. I think Rails are sold out. Do check out Colonel Model Centre as well. And you can get some great deals on the BR Blue pre-tops and the BR Green versions. So basically, it's a Class 71. But I managed to get that one actually at a really great price in new mint in box, second hand. So I quite like it in that colour. I do also have the rail blue with the tops number. I think they did 71012. It's the only tops numbered one that they've done, as far as I'm aware. Clive Cobalt says, Jenny, I hope you like Belfast. This is a great city. Clive in Northern Ireland. Again, I'm really looking forward to having a look at Belfast. I'm not going to have much time there, but certainly I've never been over to Northern Ireland, so I'm really looking forward to it. And it's only the second time that I've flown internally in the UK. I did fly up to Inverness for the film shoot for Biggest Little Railway, and that was quite an interesting experience. It was like getting on the short bus. It really was.
Short bus.
It was like a minibus. We basically flew up in a minibus. It was such a small plane. Penna Lane TMD says, I've got the NRM version. Stephen Cameron says, hey Jenny, will you be buying a Fell diesel? I don't know yet, but I am going to see if KR Models will be willing to lend me one for review. Andy Brooks says, I've been watching Magna Rail and Fowler Road Systems, not sure which one I want yet. I really like what I've seen with Magna Rail, but it does look to be very in-depth in terms of setting up. A lot of work to set it up, but very effective when it's done. The Fowler Road system is much simpler, but certainly I've seen it both. They both work really, really well. Be warned that they're not cheap. Mark Wilson says, can we have an all-blue diesels Monday club in the new year, please? Absolutely. BR Tops Blue is, of course, my favourite, personal favourite. So, certainly on the layout at the moment, if we go to, let's go to camera 1, and you can see that we've got class 24, class 20 up here, and then we've got another class 20 going round on the innermost loop. We've got a weathered 37, also a class 46, both blue, BR Blue tops numbered going round. There are a lot of other tops blue diesels, but they're just not on camera, I don't think. So if I go to that one there, and you can't really see them. There's a line of shunters. We've got a class 7, class 3, and another class 7 there. Yeah, Andy Brooks, the bicycle. I've seen that Magna Rail. Really, really good. But it's interesting. Stevie Film says Magna Rail is very noisy. Yeah, I can imagine it is because it's a completely mechanical setup. David Scott says we have a 1-to-1 Model 71 in blue at Locomotion in Shildon. Yeah, there is one preserved example. Tim Maslin says if you're getting requests for locos, I'd love to see the Hornby B12 given a run. That is looking like the next loco I'll get. And Leslie Gilpin says the Fowler system isn't infallible. Yeah, I've seen it. It can go wrong. In terms of requests, we don't do requests generally live on air. I mean, if people were going to give silly money, then I would feel obliged to, but I'm not suggesting that you do.
No.
But it's really difficult to change trains and keep talking.
That is it. It tends to stop the show because you're focused on the wrong thing. We can suggest we'll have themes.
And
but
generally
it won't be
speaking,
for a particular episode. We'll do it when we get to it, that kind of thing, because we just don't have, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's quite tricky to change trains because, as the Cupboard Monkey says, it does derail things. But certainly, we'll try.
Good to see that you're keeping the topic on track there.
Yeah, derailed. But right,
Left.
upside down. Right, I'm just
Sideways.
I'm waiting for the huge like bang 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 of comments. But Jennifer Garrett says, "Hi Jenny, if you can, whilst in Northern Ireland, try to visit the Downpatrick and County Down Railway. It's fantastic, very friendly with a comprehensive collection of Irish diesels and DEMUs." Alan Reynolds, PVA J-Cloth Alan Reynolds says, "Hi Jenny and Zoe, all streamers, tell Zoe I've just acquired a Ren 08 Gronk, which is pristine condition, never been run." And boom, there it is. Warbler Productions says TARDIS by the Class 24 and Class 20. I kept moving it around trying to make sure it was in shot, and it wasn't, so I had to then change the camera angle. So well done, well spotted. Oh dear. Aylesmead Project says, "Good night everyone, hope you all have a peaceful Christmas with whoever you're with. For me it will just be myself for the first ever time." Night Jenny. I'm so sorry to hear that. That is
That was like me last year.
unfortunately, yes, the Cupboard Monkey was not too well. Not COVID.
It was.
Was it?
Yeah, I had COVID at Christmas.
You didn't test positive though.
Pretty sure we didn't test me because we knew what it was. And I was on my own, so it didn't really matter.
Yeah, but yeah, you...
Floored me.
Oh.
I remember, I got up that morning, Christmas morning, called my sister and said Merry Christmas to her and the kids. And then the next thing I knew, Jen was phoning to say that she wasn't coming home. She was going to her parents for Christmas dinner. It's like, but it's like 7 o'clock in the morning, Jen. No, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. What are you on about? That's how harsh it was. That's how much it hit me.
But yeah, Flyman Chairman absolutely says, "You take care and have a good and warm Christmas as best you can. And remember that the Monday Club is always here for you." And of course, if you want to continue up the good quality Monday Club cheer throughout the rest of the week, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 52 weeks of the year, then you can head over to the Jenny Monday Club Facebook page, which is there all day, every day, where you can share posts with other like-minded Monday Clubbers. Don't forget to tickle that like button, share the stream too, and also subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so. And you can also head on over to Patreon and help to support the show to keep making the videos that you want to see. And we've got some great videos over the Christmas period. I did think long and hard about making a silly Christmas video. And
J. Paul Anderson, as I said that I hadn't. I don't have your link. I'm sorry.
But I've lost my train of thought now.
You were thinking about doing a funny video for Christmas.
Yes, I was thinking about doing a funny video. I may yet still do it, possibly for April 1st, with the scientician and everything.
Yes. Hi, I am a scientician and I approve of this video.
Yes, no carpet is involved, so everything is professionally done. But I decided not to in the end. it felt a little bit gimmicky for me. So instead, we're going to keep up with the production that you know and love. We've got another top 10 video coming up. We've already done Backman, we've done Hornby. Well, this time we're doing the Hellion top 10. Did we already put that out? I'm losing.
The Hellion one, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so we may have already put that out.
I can't remember. Honestly, I can't remember. I have just been doing so many videos, like it's like 2 or 3 a day, just to get the backlog, haven't I?
And I'd also like to give a huge thank you to Gerard McCarthy, who's very, very generously sent £10 on the paypal.me link. Thank you ever so much. And they've said, for saving our sanity, thanks, ladies. Thank you ever so much for your generosity. That is incredible. We've also got a new $1 Patreon. And thank you as well, Andy Feast. Great to have you aboard. Right.
People are sending me texts asking if we're doing videos tonight. Yes, from about 8:30.
Yeah, so in about 25 minutes. 20 minutes. Warbler Productions
this show goes fast so quick.
It does. Warbler Productions says, how about doing a bloopers outtakes video? I'm sure it would be hugely popular and show everyone you're human like the rest of us.
She's not. She's a robot. I constructed a robot out of tin cans and old wire. And
danger, cupboard monkey.
Somehow came to life, and now it's in charge, and I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, it's in charge, and it's got its head in the fridge, going nom 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 nom.
You said you weren't going to mention that.
Yeah. Mark Wilson says, I like the odd steamies, but once you've seen one, you've seen them all. Oh dear. Peter,
that's fighting talk in that chat.
Yeah. Kelly, you need to do some slapping.
No, we do not condone slapping.
Peter Jackson says, I think this channel is one of the best on model railways. Few others come close. Oh, thank you so much. Oh my word, thank you so much. But yeah, in terms of the outtakes, we did think about that, but it's not really very practical to kind of take them out and save them.
It's hard.
Is there no way? Is there no way that you can actually, when you're doing the editing, that you can kind of clip the outtakes out and stick them in a folder somewhere?
No.
That's the problem.
The thing, J. Paul Anderson, I've got your video now. The biggest issue is that I haven't been recording where they are, what day they came in, what the file numbers are.
And maybe that's something, if you have a little notepad and you just jot them down where you see something funny. Have you seen any doozies?
No.
And that's the thing. I mean, I don't.
Jen has an issue that she's too professional. What happens is, if Jen flubs a line, she just pauses to give me some time to edit, then restarts the paragraph she was talking about, and it usually is a paragraph rather than a sentence, and then that's it. So there's not often a big issue. The only outtake I can think of is when I fell off a chair while putting games away, and you stopped recording to come and see whether I'd hurt myself.
Yeah, but it wasn't really funny.
But it wasn't funny. It was just a massive loud bang, and then Jen going, Zoe, are you alright?
I mean, we have shared outtakes in the past because
they've been funny, yeah.
We had some great fun setting up for a Christmas message video at some point with Mr. MP Monster, and the camera was running, and I was just like taking the pee. I remember that.
Yeah.
With the sideways baseball cap.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't find a real sideways one, so we just got a regular one and turned it 90 degrees. But then there was that other one where I just started cracking up. Do you remember? I couldn't stop laughing.
Oh, that's because I was pulling faces behind the camera.
Yeah. But we don't really do that anymore because we used to film the reviews down in your office, and now I fly solo. So
it's to be honest with you, I think it's a much better system. Because I'm not there holding a camera.
You don't have to do it.
Well, no, I'm not there holding the camera with all the aches that come with holding a very heavy camera for 45 minutes while you talk about something. What we do now is we use a camera that's facing down, and then you can talk without anyone having to be behind the camera, and you can just do the whole thing at your own pace.
Jennifer Garrett says Charlie Bishop does a good bloopers video, but mostly because He looks so embarrassed after swearing. I do swear. There's
Oh, you do swear, yes, and I have to cut, and it's a bit off-putting sometimes when I can't see what's happened because, like I say, the camera is facing down at the thing that you're talking about, so I don't know what you've done off camera, like drop a thing on your foot and then scream and swear.
Normally, it's when I film the intros and outros. Maybe
Oh,
it's
that bit, yeah.
because I like completely flub, but I've had so much practice. You've got to remember, I was a radio DJ for quite some time, and the thing about radio is it's live. You can't get into the habit of making flubs because it doesn't work if you're live. So you very quickly kind of you hone your craft. So yeah, there are odd flubs, but I wouldn't say they're particularly funny. It's
No,
just
they're
me
not.
tripping over a word and then I'll pause and go back and do it again. Hi,
Oh, my
Ken.
goodness.
Thank you ever so much. Very, very generously donated £1.79 on the super chat. Says my blue Cali 812 and President Lucknow shipped. Excellent. And of course, don't forget, part of the news is that Lucknow is now out of stock, as is the late period, the Era 9 darker blue Cali 812. So, so if you want the London and North Western Railway livery version, you're going to have to grab a Hardwick from the Railway Museum, but be aware that basically they're probably fairly close to selling out as well. So you need to get in quick if that is a must-have model. And Iron Horse Railway says, can confirm, Jen swears.
Yes, you'll love this.
Yeah.
The word of the day from the Michigan Shakespeare Festival. The word of the day is quanked. Quanked.
Is this a real word?
Yes. Listed in the glossary of words used in the county of Wiltshire by Dartnell and Goddard in 1893, it means to be overpowered by fatigue. Saying, oh, make us a cup of tea, would you? I'm absolutely quanked.
You've got to be careful there, because if the lead k sound gets missed off somehow, then you could well be like that gentleman who we thought it was a spoof article, but it turned out it was real.
Yes. We won't go into what it was because, well, let's just say we're in polite company.
Robert Scott says, Jenny, I do have a W1 on order with Gauge Master. It's the LNER green one. If you wanted to borrow it for review, you're more than welcome, and it's available. Thank you ever so much for a very, very generous offer, but I tend to try not to borrow models from anyone other than manufacturers or retailers. The reason being that obviously it's your pride and joy, and I would be mortified if it got dropped or it got lost or damaged in the post.
Yeah.
And the other thing as well is I do have quite a large review pile anyway. So
we've got the entirety of January already covered.
yeah, we're already filmed through to January, and I've got over there on the floor, I can see another 2 weeks worth of videos waiting to be filmed. But look, thank you ever so much. Very, very generous offer.
And also, let's face it, if something gets broken in the post, they don't know it's been broken in the post, whoever gets it. And what are they going to think? You might have dropped it and just sent it back and said, oh, it must have got broken in the post. But if a manufacturer sends something for review and we send it back, they've got the funds to cover that. You have lost a railway thing, an item from your thing that you lent to Jen, and she could treat it as carefully as possible. But once it leaves her hands and goes to the post office, we don't know what's going to happen.
Absolutely, and I'd be mortified, especially something as rare as the W1. I know some people have given me models, and I always feel a little bit embarrassed, but you know, I won't say no. But I don't encourage that, and but look, thank you ever so much for a very, very kind offer.
It's a nice offer, but we just can't.
Logan Clary asks, is the telly show on today? I don't think it is, actually. I'm sure somebody will correct me if I'm wrong, but the full series, episode 10 was shown last week, so it's only a 10-parter. We're getting some surging on that class 71. I'm going to stop that actually because I'm wondering if it's getting too...
Okay, we've got 10 minutes before we start videos. We have a lot of videos, so if you were and ahhing about sending one in, wait. Because I don't think we're going to get to it. We've got a fair few. So, are you alright with your whatever you think?
Yeah, I think the decoder is overheating, which is
not
why
good.
it's surging. In the Hornby class 71, it's quite tight on the decoder. So I guess it can get warm. So I'm going to stop that one over there, and let's turn its headlight off as well. So I'll just let it cool down a bit, I think.
Stephen Cameron says, I swear at work, but not in the house. Am I being a hypocrite?
No, my father did that for best part of 18 years. And I was actually quite shocked the first time I heard my dad say the F word. It was like, what? I didn't even know that was in your vocabulary. And the thing was, he just basically not sworn in front of the kids. I try not to swear too much. I always think of swearing as being a bit vulgar, but I do swear like a trooper at times. But I try and stop myself from swearing. It has to be said.
I considered it, but
I always think it's something that if I'd always be worried that I'd accidentally swear in front of kids if it became second nature to swear all the time.
Yeah.
Peter Jackson says Hornby show is on tonight, but it is a repeat. All right,
My goodness, so you're still on TV?
So they're just re-showing it from the beginning, so from episode 1, I guess. Breezer707 says, interesting, my class 73 has the same problem. Alex Dent says, I learned fire safety on SmartLog. If the locomotive's overheating, turn it off. Definitely, yeah. It's, you know, they're obviously running quite intensively for the period that we're up here. It is pulling quite a long train. I mean, it's got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 coaches and a long wheelbase fan, and it's going up and down gradients. It's got its light on as well, the marker lights. So I don't know what decoder's actually in it as well. Right, just having a look down the comments. Right.
TARDIS has been spotted. Flammer Chairman 1 says, if it's sitting buzzing, get the power off.
Definitely, yes. Yes, if your hair's standing on end, then it's time to unplug yourself. 57305 Northern Princess says, I swear a lot. My favourite word is the 4-letter word beginning with C.
Cake.
Ooh. You dirty pervert! Stop that, you potty mouth fiend!
You know what? I'm starting to fall asleep. I am going to go and get myself a cup of coffee. Would you like anything?
No, I am good. We'll go and grab your coffee, and then we need to set up to show some of your guys' videos.
John JMC says, Jenny, I blame you. I've got 3 new webcams ordered to set up around my layout. It's fantastic. The fun you can have.
Yeah. And one thing I would say is good lighting, and there is a video coming up. We're doing how to upgrade your layout lighting with really cheaply with LED strips. And as you can
I thought that one had already gone out.
No, I don't think it has.
Oh, okay.
See, we've lost track because we filmed right through into January. I forget which ones have gone out and which ones haven't.
Me too.
But as you can see, the lighting does look a lot brighter in here. So we've got a video coming up on that, and you can see that it really does work quite well with the cameras. But yeah, definitely. Jerry BVR says 4-letter swear word ending with K. That would be work. Definitely. Wash your mouth out with soap.
I like my work.
Kavicus versus coughs and sneezels spread diseasels. Was that what Thomas? Yeah, Thomas the Tank.
Sneezels spreading diesels.
Yeah, that's Thomas the Tank Engine thing. Ed Flame 4291. I have the Curascale Bradley Manor DCC Sound limited run from Keyshot magazine due early next year. Can't wait. And definitely the pictures that we've seen of the first livery samples are looking really, really good. Now there are a few of the details to be changed. They did produce a list, but they look amazing to me, I'll be honest with you. Then we've got some livery samples for the BR liveries due in the new year. John JMC says, I've got 4 600 by 600 6500K LED panel lights, so should be fine. The layout is 1.4 meter off the ground, so it's high up. One of the things, actually, talking about layouts, I have started work to make Myneth Tatus ready for exhibition, and I've actually taken all of the legs off Grove Street Yard to recycle them. I've done that, so Myneth Tatus has now got its own legs. It's the same height that Grove Street Yard was. But what it does mean is now that the fiddle yard for Grove Street Yard has been scrapped. Grove Street Yard has had a few detail parts taken off, but largely it is complete. It is still wired up for analog point control. Oh my word, Nuts and Bolts 77, thank you ever so much for your generosity. Sent $15 on the super chat and says Merry Christmas. Look, Merry Christmas to you too, and thank you ever so much for your generosity. That is absolutely amazing. Big hello to the model shed, Vobert Becking. SHGP Media says, I'm ex-military and had to catch myself a few times when I moved over to Civvy Street. Yeah, it's I know that from working with Dick Strawbridge, he has a little bit of a potty mouth when the camera's not on him at times. No, he was a sound chap, really sound chap. The model shed says, what trains are you running, Jenny? We've got a J27 and also a Thompson 01 on the DCC Concepts ABC shuttle. Same again for a Bachmann Class 25, 25095 is also on the DCC shuttle. Then I've got a Bachmann weathered at Class 20 on the innermost line with a rake of HTO hoppers. We've also got a Bachmann Class 37 weathered edition with the newspaper train. We did have a Hornby Class 71 running, which is currently parked up because it was showing signs of getting a bit warm on the decoder. And then we've got a Bachmann Class 46 Peak. Right, beverage of choice tonight was Diet Coke, and before that, zero alcohol beer. That has all been drunk. Angus's Trains, big hello to you. It's great to see you. Long time no see. I hope you are well. Peter Jackson says, did you try the nighttime snow look LED from last week's American video? I haven't done yet. I keep meaning to, just time. But Angus, great to see. I really hope you're well. I've not seen you in the chat for a while. I'm guessing the time difference. But certainly we have missed you here on the Monday Club. White Wall Wheels 1 Hardcore MOH. Join Sparky 107 on Christmas Day. Single people will not be alone. Absolutely. That is really, really great. And I know that it is a great service. I know through the lockdown, we did produce the live stream guide, and certainly it's been a lifeline for a lot of people. And I think that that's really, really great of Sparky to be doing that on Christmas Day. Brian Bell, thank you ever so much. Amazing generosity, donated £10 on the super chat. Thank you so much for that. That is really, really generous for you. Sorry, really, really generous of you. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you. Gone Loco says, anyone know the height of the tip field? The chimney seems very tall and I have a low bridge. I also have low money. I think you and me both. I don't know, but I suspect that it will be within the loading gauge. So if your other locomotives are getting under the bridge, then it should be all right. Although that said, I think the rocket, the Hornby rocket, may have a few issues. Certainly it's one that I can ask if I remember and feed that back. White Wall Wheels 1 Hardcore MOH says Pepsi Max is the best now. Hey! Yeah, we've got Model Shed, 2 steam locomotives. We've got, I think, if I go to camera 5, we'll capture one coming down the hill. So at any moment now, there'll be a Thompson 01 coming into the There it is, just coming into view now.
Is it coming round the mountain when she comes?
Absolutely. And Sparky 107, your ears must have been burning because you were mentioning your live stream. And good day, Model Railroaders. He says, howdy, Jenny. Howdy to you. And we were just saying that you're doing your live stream. It's on Christmas Day US time, which works out at 1 a.m. UK time. So just saying,
my goodness,
great work that you're doing there. And certainly, as we were saying, anybody who's alone at Christmas will not be truly alone, because Sparky will be doing his live stream. And that's one of the best things that has really come out of lockdown, is that the community has really pulled together.
I'll drink to that. Do you want a sip?
No, I'm good. Sorry.
Haha, the beverage of choice is cappuccino, darling.
Angus's train says it's a bit scary down here in Oz with the C word. Managed to dodge it. Excellent. Look, I'm really glad that you're staying safe. And Angus's train says also the reason why I haven't been here is time zone. I know the time zone is a bit awkward. I know that. So I know when I film with Ken Patterson. For What's Neat this week, I'm actually doing it at something like 2 to 3 in the morning.
Oh, it's weird, isn't it, for you?
It is, definitely, yeah. But Sparky 107 said it's 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for his 9 stream. So apparently it's 9 p.m. our time. So actually that works out quite well. Brilliant.
If he's on Eastern Time, that's 4-5 hours behind us?
Somebody says we can stop. Let's just let's bring it round to where I can get hold of it. It's probably cool.
San Francisco is right. Eastern is like New York. New York's on Eastern Time, isn't it?
Yeah,
and that's 5 hours behind us.
Yeah, because I know that Ken's on Central Time. I think it is. So he's 6 hours behind.
Yeah, that makes it.
Yeah. Oh, it's still
makes
surging.
sense. So yes, it would be about 9 p.m. because it's 5 hours. So there you go. The more you know, eh?
Yeah. Ooh, ow. So we're going to take the class 71 off because it is.
And while you're doing that, I am about to load up the old postage.
All right.
You know what I'm talking about, the email, not the postage.
Yeah.
Why did I say? Oh, because I was posting letters. That's why.
The A4, I'll say this now, the A4 won't pull this train, it's too heavy. So instead, I am going to put Duchess of
Here we go with the Jenny
on the
Bond
track. Yeah.
Ben Tullett says, Zoe, have we got videos tonight? Yes, we have. We're going to be loading them up just now.
Excellent. Right, so 6231.
Everyone's saying 9 p.m. is a great time, yes.
It is actually, yeah. So
One says, I will not be allowed near a PC on Christmas Day, I'm afraid. Going to my daughter's. That's what smartphones are for. Dad, what are you doing? Nothing.
Yeah, it's like that episode.
Why can I hear a choo-choo sound? Nothing.
It's like that episode of Friends where they're all around Joey's little mini TV.
Oh, yes, in the corner.
Yeah. So there we go. We've got Duchess of Atholl on that train. As I said, the A4s don't have enough traction to be able to actually pull that train round this layout. It's a bit on the long side. But that's the Hornby 001, as in the new Hornby 001. Christian Train Spotter, a big hello. Says, what are the names of the 3 A4s? I've actually got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Are you asking
5,
what the names are or what Jenny calls them?
There's 7.
Because they could be different things.
There are 7 over there, and none of them are the preserved ones. So I'm gonna go through. Right. So we've got Guillemot. We've got.
Is it Guillemot or is it Guillermo?
No, Guillemot. Walter K. Wiggum. Samara Wilson, Golden Plover, Miles Beaver, Dominion of New Zealand.
Are you sure it's Plover, not Plover?
Golden. Somebody told me it was Plover.
Might be Plover.
Yeah.
I'd have thought Plover sounds right, but never mind.
Miles Beaver and Miles Beaver is the last one. I also have Kingfisher in Garter Blue, so they're all of my A4s. Kelly Ashford Trains, the reason that the Hornby 00 Duchess of Atholl runs so well is because it got so much tractive weight over those driving wheels So that really is one of the best performing locomotives simply because of that tractive weight. The A4s would just tend to spin a lot. Angus's train says you only got 7 A4s. I've got 8, of which 3 are preserved. Oh wow, I do love the A4s, it has to be said. But none of mine, I don't think any of mine are preserved ones. Certainly none of these are preserved. Because Union of South Africa, its other name is Osprey. So yeah, none of mine are preserved examples. Yeah, it's plover as in brother. So I got it right. You got it wrong, loser.
That's fine. I just wondered. I wasn't saying you were wrong. I was asking.
All right. Yeah, John JMC says that's the metal body one. I got the older plastic body one. Not as powerful, sadly.
So now it's time for our videos, and we've got B2000 with Cleethorpes Garden Railway Thomas and Friends Parade.
Okay, let's go.
So I think you might enjoy this.
Oh, this is the G scale.
They look pretty good.
These are the ones, if you ever watch What's Neat This Week, you can see one of those Emilys straight behind Ken Patterson.
I mean, you can see Emily play.
Yes.
I'm
really,
like
at some point, if I can get over to the States, I really, really want to not only be live on a What's Neat This Week, if he'll let me, but I'm really tempted to see if it's possible to do a Monday club from his What's Neat This Week.
That would be amazing. And we'd work out some way that you could live stream to both channels at the same time. Yeah. That would be so cool.
Oh, wow. That is quite a parade of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. This is quite a collection. Now, the Bachmann G scale is really quite good. I know they look quite colourful, but weathered down, they are pretty. Certainly the rolling stock especially is really, really usable. I don't see the brake van, but the brake van for me is one of the standouts of this range. And if you get rid of the weird faces, then some of these are actually quite credible locomotives in their own right. Oh,
why would you get rid of the faces?
I don't know, if you wanted to turn them into like regular trains. So that is actually...
Why would you get rid of the faces? Why wouldn't you just buy a regular thing?
Oh, Ruben Ashwell says, yeah, I do see some Thomas models on the shelves in Ken Patterson's videos. I know he definitely has the G-scale Emily, the one that you see there, because he showed me when I interviewed. He got it off the shelf and put it on the table. Interesting. Jennifer Garrett says Miles Beaver's driving wheels survive. They are now under Sir Nigel Gresley. Oh wow!
Does he know?
And Sparky 107 says Ken has a Thomas behind him most times.
Nice.
I'll have to have a good close look, but I did have an invite to get over there, and unfortunately the Big C put paid to that. But I'm hoping that the invite might be extended for next year again, and I really do want to get over
well,
there.
It depends on if he gets sick of you.
Interesting. The Model Shed says use StreamYard and you can stream on both channels.
Yeah, StreamYard would work.
Cool.
This is really nice. It's just relaxing to see. It's nice, big, chunky trains.
It's a great scale for the garden, it has to be said. I mean, very expensive. Let's not pretend otherwise.
Yeah.
They're very glossy. See, I'd probably spray them with satin finish varnish. Very light coat of satin or even matte finish varnish would tone them down a little bit.
But aren't they all glossy and shiny on the show?
Well, in the books, I guess, yeah.
So it's actually
Emily
canon.
looks like she's being dragged along a little bit then. It's like, oh, I don't want to go.
I like that one that looks a bit like a brake van.
Yeah. But Emily looks a little bit like, you know, you see kids in rains who like having a
But I
movie,
don't want to. I want to play.
and they're just being dragged along the floor.
Oh my god! No kid these days would say, "I want to play my Game Boy." They don't exist anymore.
What's that,
kids.
Grandma? It's that old stuff. Oh, get with the times. Kelly Ashford Train says, I have some of those Bachmann models in 00 gauge.
Nice.
I must admit that I'm quite tempted to pick up a Henry. Henry was always one of my favourites.
Oh, now it's an advert.
Rightio. So thank you ever so much for sharing.
It's an advert
that.
for something that velvetizes. Okay.
That's not a word.
No.
You know when you hear a word and it just jars.
Yes. Well, I won't be buying that.
Incentivize is another
Oh, you'll
one.
like this from Charles Gibbs.
To give incentive.
Oh, Jen.
Worthington Model Row says, not sure Ken P has stream capabilities and shows are all pre-recorded, not live. Au contraire, he has been he's taken some of my advice. He's got the equipment, and we do need to be setting that up. Angus's Train says, I'm hoping. I'm just going to press the button now. Oh, well done.
Didn't do that. You didn't see me do that.
Yeah, Angus's Train says, I'm hoping for Christmas Australian Railway Model C38 Streamline 3803 Black Red Lining. Oh, interesting. They brought one out as a special in the UK in green, and I missed out on it. It kind of came and sold out so quick, and it looked an incredibly beautiful model. Now that is, I'm going to say that is a rebuilt Merchant Navy class. Or is it a rebuilt West Country class? I can never tell them apart.
Perhaps a different angle would help. It's a very nice photo, though. I really love the way this looks real.
Yeah, actually, I think that's used real wood, and it's very effective.
That would explain it, yeah.
I'm going to say West Country class.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm going to say West Country class. Am I right?
Wow, that's the final one. So yeah, that's really good. The model chat says, "What streaming website do you use?" We don't. We're on YouTube, and this is running directly from Jenny's stuff.
Is that the final picture?
Yeah, we've got hardware and all sorts here to make sure this works.
Yeah. So thank you very much. So what locomotive was it?
West Country Class Pacific.
Boom! Called it.
Thank you so much, Charles Gibbs.
As Mark Wilson says, cracking pictures. The model shed says, love the loco. And I have to say, I haven't got a West Country class. Now, I've got two unrebuilt Battle of Britons, but I haven't got the rebuilt ones, and I haven't got the West Country class or in either original or rebuilt. And I had, still technically got it, Barnstable from Hornby 00 when I was a kid, and I really loved that model. And now I know that Hornby do a really good model, but it's just never quite fallen in my lap. So I have to say that
That's
I
amazing.
really, really would love a rebuilt
The
Merchant
second
Navy.
that the TARDIS appeared on my screen, Warbler
Have you
Productions
drunk
said,
from this?
yeah, but I haven't got a coleslaw anymore.
No coleslaw.
Yeah, so you're all right now.
Excellent.
So there you go, TARDIS and Dalek. The moment that I put this up on, it came up on my screen, Warbler was straight there. TARDIS and Dalek, and a Gronk it up, baby. So that's the Monday Club mug.
Absolutely. And don't forget to tickle that like button here on the stream if you haven't already done so.
Thank you
and
so much.
Also,
So much for that image there, Jim's Model
absolutely, thank you
Railways
so
and
much.
different videos.
Did you actually press the button for it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just checking. Right. Let me just.
Okay.
Oh my word! Brian Bell has sent £10 via
My
PayPal.me. Thank you ever so much.
Guys,
for
you're
your
so
generosity.
generous. Thank you so
And
much.
Brian says, a Merry Christmas to you and the Cupboard Monkey. Keep up all your good work. Thank you so much. You guys have been so generous tonight. And, you know, I just love hanging out with you. And, you know, we've got a great little thing going here. It's getting us through lockdown. And it's we're gonna just keep going with the Monday Club because it's just a great community.
Yeah, we both love it. We think you guys are great and we enjoy hanging out with you. So I've got next up, I'm just trying to bring it up on the screen.
Oh, somebody got the new Cali 812.
This one's from Malcolm Moore, and he's titled it "Eat That, Sam's Trains."
Does
Okay.
does he explain why?
I'm assuming he will.
You mean he got one that wasn't mysteriously broken by any chance? Although, in fairness to Sam with the W1, if Sam got a broken one, then actually a lot of people have.
Yeah, he wasn't the only unlucky one this time. So jump this on. Let's see why Sam is eating things. What's going on here? That is a very nice looking model. I do like that blue.
Yeah, it's the super slow speed running. Yeah, these are great models, as you saw. As you saw in my review that I did a little while ago, these are superb models. and I did put it in my top 10 favourite
Wow.
Bachmann locomotives.
The only thing that slow running like that shows up is that the motion isn't moving.
And it's very smooth. You see, there's no real
Yes,
jerkiness.
it's very smooth, but the motion isn't moving, and that's what slow moving brings up.
Yeah. It's really, really good quality slow running.
Yeah.
So thank you for sharing that with us. Wyvern Model Railway says you never seem to run your GT3, Jenny. That was because it was a loaner from KR Models.
Yeah, she doesn't
so
have
I
one.
don't actually have it here. You'll find that sometimes models come from manufacturers on loan rather than just as a do what you will with it afterwards review sample. The Class 51XX Large Prairie from Daypol as well was one that was on loan. I didn't get to keep that either because they needed that back.
And they accidentally send it back to us, and I've got to post it back.
We returned the review sample, and in the post room, they thought that it was a defective model getting returned, so they tested it. Obviously, found nothing wrong with it, so sent it straight back.
So
And it's
now
like,
I've got to
no, it's
post
like,
it
you
to them
just-
again.
So we've got to post it back. So it's a very well-travelled review sample.
But at least they tested it and it still worked.
Yeah, so we've got it's verified. It didn't break it. Right. So next up we've got Skipsy Trains.
And I think we'll all enjoy this. Watching trains go by from December 2021. So if I bring this up on full screen,
Okay.
I've got a little bit to read as well. Here we
Okay.
go.
Yeah.
So this is from Skipsy Trains. And he says, good evening, Jenny and Zoe. I hope you're both well. Please see below a link to my latest video. The first since August, following a couple of mishaps, mainly cuts to the top of my head. What? What have you been doing?
So sorry to hear.
I decided it was time to make changes to the layout. The central section of the figure of 8 baseboard had to go on both the scenic and storage levels. As a result, significant changes to the track were required, giving me longer circuits to operate the trains on. Oh, sounds good.
The bridge looked good. The back scene's really working out.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he says, I've lost my triangle of track that I liked, but the complicated junction remains, and I'm now able to keep my head in one piece. Well, that's always worth it.
Oh, right, so why has he had to get rid of it? Does he
Bang
say?
his head on it, I suppose.
I like the Scenecraft substation is really good.
I think we might get an idea of why at the end, because he says, I've included a couple of wide shots so you can see the extent of the space I have to work with. I have a feeling he's got a smaller space to work with than you have, Jen.
All right, well, at least the bridge has survived because I always really loved that bit. And I tell you, the back scene, that has really come on incredibly well. Good work
And
there.
apparently, if you're keen-eyed, you might spot a Monday Club wagon.
Ooh. Well, there's a lot of them out there. They've even reached eBay.
I know, I thought that was hilarious.
Hey, but actually, it's like, you've arrived when people are selling your product on eBay. It's like when I first found one of my books in a charity shop. I
Hey,
was
that was
actually
funny.
really impressed. There's some really... look at... It's using the same lighting as me, I think. That
Yes.
really works well, doesn't it? And it hidden behind the purlins. That's exactly what I've
works.
done. But I always loved that bridge with the 4 parallel tracks across the bridge over the river.
It's a good idea. And we've got a comment here from Angus's Trains. Jenny, you should do a model railway news series.
We tend to put in a bit of news in the Monday Club.
That's why we don't do a news series, because
Yeah.
otherwise we'd be basically repeating ourselves.
Oh, I do love the RTC stuff.
Although it might actually be more formalised and Jen could actually get through the news in 10 minutes.
I'd have to write a script. I don't like writing scripts. It's really, really nice shots. And that back scene and the lighting's really, really working
It looks
well.
lovely, yeah.
See you later, the model shed. Been great to have you in.
Thanks for coming along.
Absolutely. And Angus's Train says, sorry, you've already read that out. Timothy Kynar
Skipsy
says,
says, I
good
kept banging my
picture.
head on the baseboard. That'll be why, yeah.
Oh my word.
So he's got a lot of workspace there. Well, the camera makes it look like he's got a lot of workspace. But that's kind of the problem we have in here, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that's why we got this table. This table's been a godsend,
Oh no,
actually.
I was coming back from... I can't remember what I was coming back from. I think I just... Oh! Yes! It was the day I'd been out and I found those cereals for is it Sam? I can't remember his name.
Oh, Half-Ass Customs.
Half-Ass Customs, yeah. For the one that I couldn't get in America, so I sent him some cereals. And I happened to see a new charity shop I hadn't been in before, so I went in, and this table was just there, like it was waiting for me. And I thought, that's perfect for Jen.
It's perfect because it folds away, and I now do my reviews on it, and it's really, really
it's really useful for you, isn't it?
Angus's Trains asks, are you still getting a W1? We talked a little bit about this at the beginning of the stream. Essentially, no. The reason is that I had my pre-order cancelled not once, but twice.
We've got the pre-order for the Monday Club wagon on this one, because I forgot to change this one.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah.
Never mind. I'll deal with
it. So I got a bit annoyed that I'd been cancelled not once but twice. So where's the bit? So he's cut out the bit in the middle then. Right. So essentially, I decided I wasn't going to order one. And in all honesty, I don't miss it.
There you are, wide shot. Oh my goodness, I love that display.
That is pretty good.
That is so cool.
Where did you get that from? I like it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And what's running it as well? That is interesting.
Swinton, South Yorkshire Swinton. Mexborough, I would. Conisborough. And Doncaster.
And I love that bit. Skipsy Trains on Facebook.
That
Lovely.
is really
that
great.
That is superb. Thank you so
much for that. Breezer707 says, my attic is only 4 feet high, so space is very tricky, but I do have a large layout. Yeah, one of the things, where yard is actually at quite a low level, and that does increase when you're up in a roof space like this. The amount of usable space quite dramatically. So what I would suggest is if headroom is an issue, do consider having your layout at a much lower height. I've had no problems with it being lower, other than you have to kind of shimmy to get underneath it. But you only need to do that if you're having to do any maintenance or a bit of wiring, which is
you're fiddling with it again, like Jenny usually does.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's usually when we get the sweary bits from Jen.
Oh.
When she's doing some stuff that she should have planned before.
Stevie Film says some station is missing their display. Skipsy Trains put anything... just looking to see... No, I really would love to know where he got it from. Screeners from UK departure boards.
We'll have to have a look for that. I'll bring it up on the screen while this next one's playing.
Where would we put it, though?
I don't. Well, you've got space.
Yeah, we'd actually see if we could hang it behind me, so it would always be in shot.
Yeah.
And that might actually, if I can put it in there,
then you could bang your head on more things.
No, what I'm thinking is that then it means that the shot behind me is.
Guys, I've got to mention this. Just off to Jenny's left and up. It's a shelf that has caused more damage to more people than you could possibly count.
Yeah, a little bit.
The sharp corners kind of got rounded, not because we did it on purpose, but because it's stuck in someone's head.
Breezen707 says, my layout is 4 inches high. Well, if it maximises the space, then that's all well and good.
Absolutely.
What I would say is you do need something to be able to sit on to save your knees. John JMC says, how high is your layout off the floor, Jenny? Where's my tape measure? Oh, it's downstairs.
It's about a metre?
No, it's like one. It's probably about 2'4" off the floor.
So,
yeah,
under a metre.
Yes. I'd say about 2'4" off the floor. Hey, that rhymes. 2'4" off the floor. But that maximises the space.
Stevie Film says, I think a display behind Jenny would be a bad idea, as Zoe will be putting up non-railway announcements. Yes.
Yeah.
This just in. Jenny sniffs feet. I have proof. That kind of thing. So
I would not allow her access to it.
You wouldn't have a chance.
Right. So
next up we have from Henry Van Wyk. It's South African Railways Christmas train. Let's go for it.
So Suid-Afrikaanse spoorweg.
You don't know what that says, do you?
No, it's South
Apparently,
African
this is a Christmas
railway.
train with a difference. Santa's sleigh broke down, and he's decided to continue his journey via rail. Here, his train is being transported. I didn't read the rest.
I noticed. Oh, this is the
This is
multi-level
cool.
layout. I do
Yeah, we
love
love
what
this
he's
one.
done with this. You notice he's got the mirror so he can see what's going on.
Yeah,
behind.
I like that idea. That is cool.
It's a good idea, actually. Really, really. Oh, look at that. Oh.
Oh, I love it. That is so cool. Oh my goodness. So, I heard you like trains. So put a train on your train so you can choo-choo while you choo-choo.
Oh, that is nice. And I'm going to have to... I am curious, what brand are the locos and rolling stock? Because obviously in the UK, South African outline stuff, I've never ever seen for sale in the UK. I guess it'd be very niche over here. But I am curious what manufacturers supply the South African market. Because I really do like some of these, like that coach on the end, really interesting.
Oh, I like the way he's got a button just embedded into the side there.
Presumably for changing a point or something.
Yeah, but it's like it's made it so that it doesn't just stick out.
Howard Pomfret says, sorry Jenny, was just called out. Did you answer my question? Could you ask the question again? I can't remember what the question was.
I don't know, but we've got an interesting one here from Paul Murphy. 2'4" off the floor. That's the layout we all adore.
Oh, that's nice. And Warbler Production says that loco looks like it may either be a funky or a Class 91. You'd love a funky, wouldn't you?
Is it a funky monkey?
Yeah. You can see there the really great use of
I'm loving
space
this.
because you can just see the.
That's an interesting effect coming off of those LEDs.
It is a bit. I'm wondering if there's like ever so slight dust in the air or moisture.
I don't know, but it's demonstrating wave particle duality. It's the double slit experiment.
Yeah, but also you can just see the level below. Really great use of space on this layout. Stefan Svensson says the last wagon is a Lima wagon. Interesting.
Right.
I know Lima does a lot of stuff for overseas from our point of view, but they do a lot for the Australian market as well.
I don't know what that building is at the back, but I like the look of it. It looks like some kind of truck stop station or something like that.
Yeah.
And also, if you notice, his use of LEDs is demonstrating what we were talking about the other time. The fact that he's got a sunny day in one, an early morning in another.
Yeah.
And it looks fantastic.
Oh, I bet those light marks may be bleed through if he's got like blinds on the window and it's really sunny day outside, and it's effectively causing like a kind of lens flare.
Look at the background.
That is nice.
Yeah, what a beautiful day. Here it comes.
Tim Maslin says, I just had a smile brought to my face. My wife has just bought me the Hornby Trotters Independent Traders OO Gauge wagon. Looking forward to giving this a run. Cush day, Dell.
Fantastic.
What a 42 carat conker you really are. Hurry up and get Grandad out the van.
I'm loving that little Santa wagon with all the little guys on it. That is so cool.
Can I also just thank Barry Johnson has incredibly kindly sent £10 on the paypal.me. Thank you ever so much.
Oh my goodness, you don't need to, man.
Oh wow, thank you ever so much everybody who's sent money today. I am humbled by your generosity.
Thank you so much.
Thank you ever so much for that. That is just amazing. Thank you so much.
That is it. I'm still staggered by that background.
Clouds.
It's so nice.
It's photographic, but those clouds really work well. So thank you ever so much. So thank you for sending that in. Really
that
enjoyed
was wonderful.
that.
Thank you.
Henry Van Wyk. Howard Pomfret says, question, old 040 and 060, can you recommend what size decoder to use? Older models, you're going to probably need a high power decoder. You can get them. Depending on space in the model, I would suggest something like a Zen Buddha, if only because it has decoder protection and it can deliver up to something like 3 amps.
Okay, guys, we have an issue.
What's
I have
wrong?
6 more emails.
Oh my word, are we up to 9 o'clock already?
But it's 9 o'clock.
We're going to have to carry
What do we
them
do?
over. We're going to have to carry them over.
Okay. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. We could... Oh, you've got to get to work, haven't you?
I do have to get to work
Right.
really early in the morning.
Fair enough. In that case, I'm sorry, guys, but George Langstaff, J.P. Anderson, not sure which John
J.
this is,
Pedro
John
Rocha-
Gay, and Mark Wilson and Richard Swiderski. I'm sorry, but we're going to have to hold over these emails because we haven't got to them yet. I'm really sorry, but we will get to you. You'll be on the top of the list next time.
Definitely, definitely. Henry Van Wyk says Lima used to make South African locos and rolling stock. Frateshi makes some as well. But yeah, sorry. Right, so Zen Buddha, if there's room, I suspect that there isn't. In which case, I would suggest that you need to make sure that the locomotive is in tip-top shape. Clean the commutator, check that it doesn't need remagnetizing, and then DCC Concepts do a high-power decoder which has a little bit of extra oomph. Big hello back to Lewis Cartwright, Egg Rider, David Scott as well, and we're going to be rounding off now because it is getting quite late. But
And
look,
you have to get... Basically, Jen has a very early start for work,
Yeah.
like in a few minutes.
Oh, big hello to J94. I'm really sorry that you just arrived as we're finishing, but don't forget.
A Monday Clubber is never late, Frodo Baggins, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
Thanks, Gandalf.
That's weird. Gandalf is just always there when somebody says they're late. It's just weird. He must be in a box under the layout along with Les. Come on, get down, Les. That jab light's not going to whittle itself.
J. Paul Anderson says, can you show my video? Okay.
We can
have the time?
We'll quickly squeeze one more in.
Okay,
So
since you've asked
one more.
nicely.
And don't forget that you can also catch up with anything that you've missed on the Monday Club. It does become a regular video after the stream has ended. Please do consider tickling that like button and also sharing the stream as well. Let other people know about the Monday Club. And if you're not already done so, then do please consider subscribing to the channel. We've got some great videos coming up. We're not going to miss a beat all the way through Christmas and New Year. We've got lots of great content for you. Right,
So this is J. Paul Anderson, and it's going to be the
Oh.
last video for tonight. It's his new diorama.
This is nice. I love the quality of the way the ground cover comes together. The subtle changes in the texture and colour.
He's always impressive, really is.
So what nationality is this?
I don't know.
It looks like something like HOM, meter gauge.
I honestly couldn't tell
But
you.
certainly
Really
that
can't.
is lovely. I do love the trees as well. Really, really nice. So we've just shared the link for that. So we're going to be rounding off with this, but wow, this is it's some kind of interchange between HO and I'm going to guess at HOM.
I do love the coal. The effect of the coal with its spilt
Yeah,
as well.
I like that loco. That is a lovely loco.
That is very impressive, whatever it is.
Yeah. It does some great.
Oh, what's that little one?
Oh, it's like a little rail motor thing. Like
That is cool. I like
I
it.
think it's either a Roco or a Fleischmann.
It's got a lot of character to it.
Definitely. I'm liking that green loco there. That is
That has caught your eye.
tickling my
I think we've
intrigue.
seen some of this when it was in development.
We may well have,
Yeah,
but this
because
is
I
really,
recognise
really nice.
that building in the
I'm
corner.
thinking it's either German, Austrian, something like that.
We've definitely seen that building in the corner before.
Yeah.
So I think
that
we've
is
seen
nice.
something about this while it was still in progress.
This is actually really nice. Oh, I like the little garden. What would you call that?
Kelly,
Summer
come
house?
on. No, that's gone too far.
What?
Saying how boring can you get? 'cause
No,
nothing's
come on.
ready. This is about the quality of the modelling.
Yeah.
That's what's going on here. This is lovely. It really is.
John JMC says it's a glass Kesten. I love the little engines. Ooh.
Right.
Oh, J. Paul answered HOE, little locomotives, Bavarian, Glasketten, and Malay. Does anybody
I'm
say
gonna
what
have
the
to have
big
a look
green
at that
one
one.
was?
Because that had a lot of personality to it.
Yeah.
I like a thing with personality to it. I'm not one for the big flat-sided stuff or anything like that. But if it's got something about it, then I like it.
Going to the Dogs and Kelly Ashford Trains have asked, when is the next Monday Club? We're hoping to be back on next Monday, which is
Yeah.
Bank Holiday Monday. So immediately after Christmas.
27th.
So we'll be able to share with you any goodies that have turned up over Christmas. And I'd love to hear from all of you as to what your Christmas haul was. Did you get what you wanted? And also, we're going to be taking a look at maybe what bargains I can find available and sharing that with you. Just so that you've got something to spend your Christmas money on. Because I know that by then, it will very much be burning a hole in your pocket. We're also going to be sharing a few more of your videos. So really looking forward to that. But it's been great having your company. Thank you ever so much for sharing that with us. Really, really great. But look, you guys take great care of yourself. And thank you, everybody who's very, very generously donated both Super Chat and PayPal.me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It really
has
been
yourselves an amazing Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yes, and we'll see you next Monday.
Yep, definitely. So it'll be the last Monday Club of the year.
My goodness, will you be making a New Year's resolution?
What, to buy more trains?
Probably.
Certainly will. But until next time, this is me, Jenny Kirk, saying you take great care of yourself. Happy modelling. Bye for now.
Bye-bye. If you go up to the loft today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go up to the loft today, you'll never believe your eyes. For every train there ever was has gathered there together because today's the day that Jenny did the Monday Club. Good night!